Hey everybody, how's it going? I just wanted to talk about social anxiety because this was a huge one for me. I know I've made some videos and talked about anxiety, but I really wanted to get into social anxiety and how it affected me, how it affects me still, what I do for it, and what I've learned about it. Um, it's something that was conditioned in me. I can go back to when I was in grade one. I was 6 years old, and I was lying about reading books to get stars because, if I had more stars, then everybody would like me. And it was just one of those things. We grow up in a competitive society, and we want to be liked, we want to be loved. And so I carried that fakeness all throughout my life. And I find nowadays working with people in recovery, pretty much anybody under the age of 30 struggles with anxiety, and obviously that goes on through everyone else. So the first thing to know is, if you struggle with anxiety, really any mental health issue for that matter, is there's nothing wrong with you. It just is what it is. There's something you can do about it, but you can't get in this victim mind frame of I'm sick and there's nothing I can do about this. So when I started to grow up a little bit and I went to high school and I was fake as anyone can imagine, I had to fit into every situation, and I just wore these masks, and it was always because this underlying low self-esteem. If you knew who I really was, the fraud that I really was, there's no way that you could possibly love me. So when I learned about my anxiety and learned about this self-centered fear, what I learned is that I'm constantly consumed with what you're thinking of me. A, because I'm making the assumption you're thinking of me, which is absolutely nuts. And B, because I'm so low on myself that I'm so terrified that you're going to find out who I really am. And what I've learned, one of the best ways to deal with this is, if I'm walking into a busy mall, or if I'm speaking, this is a really common one for me. If I'm speaking, I'm always really anxious. And the reason why I'm anxious is because I want you to like what I have to say, obviously, right? Like, if I'm getting up there and I'm saying something, I want to be validated. I want people to enjoy what I have to say. And what always calms me down is, if I'm speaking or I'm doing something, I come back to this idea that it's not about me. So it's like thinking of people thinking about me. When I can stop it at just thinking of you, I'm good. When I can recognize, and send good vibes your way, I'm okay, because it's not about me. It's only when it's about me that it creates this super, crazy neurotic social anxiety where I have to be exactly what you want me to be. And the more I engage in trying to be that, the more genuine I've become with myself. If I'm fake, I'm actually more of a mess than if I'm genuine. And I can genuinely say, I'm uncomfortable or I'm anxious and I'm not okay. So that's hard for people to hear, the idea that a lot of social anxiety is self-centered fear. But try to shift your focus from yourself and what people are thinking of you, and making assumptions that people are thinking of you, and genuinely caring about other people. And that in itself will start to alleviate your social anxiety. Thank you. I hope everybody has a great night.